2025 is going to be a big year when it comes to road construction in the Valley. We've got a lot of major projects that you need to know about because then you can kind of plan when you go, when you don't go. Mainly talking about the I-17 because I know it's a huge headache for everyone when you try and go up to the high country.
And then one wrong thing, and then you're stuck there for hours, right? And that's why ADOT is trying to do something about it. 12 News journalist Justin Pizzera, he spoke with officials there talking about the projects that they've got on I-17. Justin, they say it will be done this year. Is that right?
What?
That is right. I know. Round of applause, right? Because if you have taken the I-17 trying to get up to the high country, or maybe you're coming back from the high country getting into the valley, especially on a Friday and a Sunday, it is just a headache. You've got everybody, it seems like everybody is going up there, and then you've got the semis that are trying to get up the hill. It's just a big mess. So ADOT has tried to solve that problem. So they started working on widening a 15-mile stretch of that highway between Anthem Way and Black Canyon City. They've added a third lane in each direction. Construction started on all of this back in 2022, and we are approaching the finish line here for that section of the highway. So ADOT says the widening part of the project from Anthem Way to Black Canyon City, that is going to be done this spring, so we are just around the corner. The flex lanes from Black Canyon City to Sunset Point, that's going to be done this fall. But getting to this point, as you can imagine, that has just been a massive undertaking. Of course, if you've driven that way, you've seen the major construction. They've had to blast through all of that. It has been no easy feat for them.
It is a massive project, and we're done with the earthwork, the majority of the earthwork. That in and of itself was a huge challenge to take all the material off the slopes along I-17, haul them up to the top of the hill, process that, because a lot of that material has been reused in the construction work that's taking place.
So the flex lanes, that's something that we have talked a lot about. That's going to be wrapped up this fall. So those two lanes will be used when there's heavy traffic, say on that Friday afternoon when it seems like everybody in the valley wants to go up to Flagstaff, Sedona, Prescott. Those lanes can be used to alleviate some of that traffic, and then they can flex it and switch it southbound. So everybody coming home to the valley on, say, Sunday, they can open that up and kind of alleviate the traffic. So at some point, I-17 will actually become 4 lanes in that section of the highway there. Also, it can be used if there's a car crash on the 17. We all know if you've been up there and there's been a little fender bender or even a really serious crash, it can shut that whole highway down for hours. Some folks have even had to spend the night on I-17 in those extreme cases. So hopefully those flex lanes will be able to alleviate that. ADOT says that they have spent years basically tossing around some of these ideas, trying to figure out the best way to alleviate that problem. So they're hoping this will alleviate the problem for years to come. So coming up tomorrow morning, we're talking about the Broadway curve. When is that going to be done? And then on Friday, we're going to talk about a major road construction project, actually 2 of them, coming to the West Valley. So we'll talk about that Thursday and Friday, ladies.
Can we give a kudos to the crews who've been out there and doing all this construction work? Because it can be a little bit scary with how narrow the roads are on I-17. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. They've been doing the best they can. Justin, thanks.